Hi, my name's the Unimportant Canadian, and I've got a face now. It's pretty cool. It's not what I want to talk about today, though. Today, we're talking about Tarkov patch 1212, because I'm pretty excited to share some of the changes, yet some of the changes aren't super great. So, let's talk about it. So in Tarkov 1212, we got some interesting changes that just decided to come out of nowhere. We got a new map after almost 3 years of waiting for a new one, which is pretty cool. I'm glad we're getting some new stuff. That's definitely neat. We also got inertia, which is something we'll talk about. We got some flea market changes, and we also got some new, barter changes and some new items into the game. Some of them are frustrating. So the good stuff about Tarkov 1212 is inertia. Inertia's cool. Now at first I was off-put. Of course I was off-put. Everybody was. Because you're used to being like a sprinting maniac and everything's fine. But, minor complaint, it's a bit much. And it takes some time to get used to, but I think the inertia itself is a bit much. Okay, inertia basically has stopped Chads from kidding the fuck up, being super heavy with a bunch of loot, and jiggle peeking your ass until you die. Which I've encountered a few times, and it's extremely fucking infuriating. But it's how it happens, right? It's just Tarkov in a nutshell. Sometimes you die from bullshit, sometimes you die from cheaters, which is unfortunately still a thing. And I mean, there's really not a whole lot you can do about it. And also, you just die from a Taz, a scav with a Taz from 200 meters away with one fucking pellet that hits your eyeball going mock chicken, and you get head-eyed by a fucking scav. Pain in the butt. Fucking your moving is very interesting. It's like you stop and then you just keep going. You stop. You run a little more, then you stop and you just slide. That's how it feels anyway. It doesn't feel like you're stepping forward a couple times. It literally feels like you're just sliding all over the fucking place, which is fun, I guess, but not good if you're trying to get into combat and trying to take cover and so on. So you just got to be mindful of a little bit of your weight. I mean, by now everybody's kind of used to it. The bitching's kind of subsided a little bit, but once again, I think BSG doesn't really know how people really react in a situation with that much weight. Like, I'm fat and I could wear basic shit and not slide. So let's talk about VoIP, because VoIP is the coolest addition into Tarkov. Now, as I said, this is my second wipe, and the last one, you really didn't have those interactions. The odd time you might. I remember there was one point I was in factory, I had a fucking Obrez because I'm a baller, and there was a guy in office, and of course I'm on Skybridge there on the fucking back left, and I have him held, and he yelled out to me, "Why don't you just die already?" And then I decided to double tap F1 as well, and I yelled, "Fuck you," and then I fired a shot, and he died. And that was probably the best interaction I had all wipe. Now, this next interaction is probably my favorite one, because this guy talked shit, and then I killed him.
Booga, booga, bitch.
What's up, homie? How you doing, hey? Nice shots, bro.
Nice shot, bro.
I didn't shoot. Fuck you. I killed him.
So there was a brief interaction there, and that was nice. Most of the scav stuff is probably my favorite. This one here is also one of my favorites, so enjoy this brief clip.
I can smell you.
How do I smell?
Crispy.
Crispy. I like it. I fucking love this game, man.
But yeah, so Tarkov has changed for the better with VoIP and with the inertia, I find. We'll talk about Lighthouse now, because Lighthouse is a super fucking cool map. Now, this is apparently the first time they've released a map in 3 years, which is unbelievably crazy. So, with that being said, let's talk about it, because that's why I'm here doing this. Lighthouse is super cool because it reminds me a lot of like it's like if Shoreline and Woods fucked and had a baby, and it was the most beautiful baby. Now, Lighthouse had some issues when it first released, of course. As per usual, we expect some optimization issues, but they've done much better at it, right? I still get the odd frame drop here and there, but all in all, absolutely fantastic. Now, with Lighthouse comes a fuck ton of high-tier loot spawns. Absolutely super cool stuff. And we have some names for some things. And yeah, so enjoy these dumb names. So we have Pog Chair. We have Pog Boat. We have Pog House. We have other Pog House. And then we have Pog Chalet. So far. So yeah. 30 years old and we named shit that. Fucking amazing. Yeah, it's because we're special. But with Lighthouse comes the USEC spawn, or the ex-USEC compound, we'll call it. It's the water treatment facility, and it has these new boss scavs. I guess they're considered scavs. When you kill them, they pop up as a scav, so we'll call them scavs. But they're like raiders, but USEC. And they have an assortment of weaponry fucking everywhere. And this is where one of my first complaints come in. No man on a Dushka with iron sights should headshot me from 300 fucking meters away. If I can't see him through a scope, he sure as fuck can't see me through fucking iron sights. So that's just one thing that needs to change. They're a bit too accurate. Oh my god. I say it as a joke all the time. Fucking keeping it. They're a bit too accurate. Oh my god, I can't even say it fucking properly now because I say it fucked up all the goddamn time. They're far too good at shooting. That's what I'm getting at. They're far too fucking good at shooting. It needs to be changed. They need to be nerfed a little bit, just a little bit. And I think one thing that needs to happen is they need to have better armor. They need to have better firearms. And they also absolutely, for sure, need to have better ammunition. One thing that we're tending to find is, guy will be running around like a stacked M4, and you'll get M855. I wouldn't be surprised if they've got sniper rifles, the 308 variety, or sorry, for those of you, the 7.62 by 51 rounds that are like the fucking TCW SP rounds, okay? Which aren't like very great at all, for reference. Anyway, so those are the cool things about Tarkov from 12.12 that I thoroughly enjoy, right? Some new stuff, really cool, really neat stuff. But there's one thing, couple things I'm not very happy about. Let's talk about the hideout for a minute. Actually, before that, we're going to talk about the flea market and some of their changes, because that to me is good and bad at the same time. So the flea market changed a lot of stuff. So a lot of the high tier loot that you used to be able to buy before, like Slicks or Hex Armor or, M995, M855A15, like the 5.56 variants, like really, really good ammo, great armor and stuff like that. A lot of that's been removed. Same with Labs keycards. You can't sell those on the flea market anymore. So I think it's forcing more people to go to Labs. I don't see the reasoning behind that one. I don't really get, but sure, Labs keycards, you can't sell them. Now, with that poses problems because that means the hideout is that much more important now, right? Through med case or through your workbench or your med station, a bunch of stuff like that. A lot of the crafts have changed, and a lot of the equipment has changed for what you need to get stuff up, including some new things that are just, oh my god, they're extremely rare to find. Ugh, it sucks. Okay, so we've got this, we've got medical tools, okay? We now have the military tubes, and we have scrap metal. Now, 3 of these things are extremely difficult to find, and it is infuriating. Like, beyond infuriating. I have yet to find medical tools. I have found 1 military tube, and I have found no scrap metal, though I step on it a lot and tend to die because I make noise. But apparently, it's pretty rare. Now, for some people, apparently medical tools aren't that rare to find because, according to a friend of mine on the flea market, they're going for around 10K, which isn't that bad. That means it's relatively attainable, especially when you're doing things like upgrading your hideout. Now, the military tubes are going for $1 mil a piece, or roughly that, on the flea market, which is insane because now I'm caught. I have one. It is found in raid. So when I reach level 15, I'm level 12 by the way, if I reach level 15 and do I make an easy mill or do I save it to upgrade my hideout? Because that's the thing. Because now crafting ammo is that much more important because when you get up to the bigger spots, you're going to be sitting there wanting to buy the better ammunition. Of course, why wouldn't you? It's better ammo, it's going to penetrate better, it's going to kill faster, and that's exactly what you want. So there's a lot to be said. That's really all for 1212. It's extremely cool, and I'm excited to see what happens. And also, I have a little clip of me accidentally murdering Santa because I'm colorblind, and I have colorblind settings on. He wears a red pilgrim. To me, it looked blue. You'll see it in this clip here. So I shot him in the back of the head with a Mosin. This was last night. And now I have negative scav rep with fucking fence, which is awesome. Anyway, so enjoy that clip while I leave. So thank you very much for watching. This is a shitty outro, but I don't fucking care. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll catch you guys in the next one.
Well, if it is, it's dead. Oh, shit, it is Santa. Fuck. I murdered Santa. I can't believe I murdered Santa. Now all the children will be very sad. It was a good shot, though.